Doing these studies in camp has always been an interesting issue with what is camp about? And is it the camping experience, going there, being with other kids, and in addition, you have your diabetes taken care of. But it's really to have a summer camp and to have fun and to meet other kids and bond, versus focusing a little bit more on the diabetes and then asking people to be in a study, in a research study, and making sure that that study doesn't interfere too much with their usual camping experience and that great bonding that occurs. So when we started out doing this, there was no blood tests, so it was just urine. So the only way we checked kids was do a shake and wake. We'd go through all the beds and see if they would wake up and feel how sweaty they were. And if they felt sweaty and you thought they were low, you'd give them some juice. And that was about it. When I began to think of having a continuous sensor that could actually monitor and see what was going on overnight and what that could do for allowing someone to have a good night's sleep. And because, you know, when you have a young child, a 2, 3, 4-year-old, you're just up multiple times a night. So we've done a lot of other studies over the years, testing continuous glucose monitoring at night and how people respond, looking at closed loop systems where it would regulate the glucose levels overnight automatically. And we've done that with a lot of different companies. And one of the great things over the years is actually to have the engineers who develop those algorithms come and work with us at camp. And it has been a real eye-opener for them to interact with the kids, see how the kids are interacting with their devices and how their algorithms are working in real time, in real life. And I think it has made a huge, huge difference.
The research at camp has brought about closed loop systems, at least for children and adolescents. It was after you first test these things in a very controlled hospital environment, our clinical research center, or in the hospital watching the kids every 20 minutes with laboratory-based blood sugars, the next step is to go to a more outpatient setting. But you need a very controlled, carefully monitored outpatient setting, and camp really brought that opportunity to Bruce and his team to start testing these various technologies at camp.
How important has camp been to this research? I think it's been extremely important. First of all, it provided a setting where we can safely introduce this technology and monitor it, and everyone is in close proximity. And a lot of people like that. The FDA liked it, that we were on site. We could be available if something went wrong. And that we just couldn't have been in everyone's houses to make this happen.
So one thing I particularly remember is in doing one of our closed loop studies that Bruce had organized at camp. Bruce had arranged for a number of very senior executives of an important closed loop company to come down and see what was developing in the closed loop front. And I think that experience for those executives to see the system in operation, how people were monitoring it, how it was working for kids, how it was being successful at camp, really helped convince them to move forward in the field and continue to support closed loop. And I think that had a very important role for the development of closed loop for everybody now that it's out.
I just got to say that the DYF and the Camping Association has been amazing in allowing this to happen. I'm not sure all camping associations have done this, but it's just been tremendous working with them.